What's happening, guys? This is my recap and reaction to UFC Apex Vegas 91. Let's get right into it. Machado against Gabriel Benitez. I went for Machado, and he won in a round 3 decision win, or a full fight decision win. I thought he was going to get the KO in the first round. Obviously, being a Mexican, Gabriel Benitez was not going to go out. They were scrapping, though. They were scrapping. It was a good fight, very technical. Actually, quite opposite, not very technical at all. They were just really going after it. Benitez had a pretty decent round um, in the beginning, but I think that Machado probably came out winning it. Same thing with the second, third. Pretty just scrappy fight. So obviously, I think that's going to go for Machado with his counter striking style. Just put too much on Benitez and came out with the win. I think it was a great decision. Next fight, Ivana Petrovic against Na Liang. I hope I'm saying your name right, Dragon Girl. First round, as always, Dragon Girl comes out head of steam because of her previous first round fights and her wins. So obviously she's going to do good in the first round. She's very confident in the first round. As soon as she exits that first round, she is just dust. So thought this submission was going to happen in the second. It happened in the third after a minute and a half. Pretty much Ivana just had to get out of the first round. She just had to get out of that first round and then dominate. And that's what she did. So I'm glad she did what she had to do. I hope they can get Dragon Girl out of the UFC. She's obviously not at the right level, which is fine. It's okay. But just don't fight here again, right? Chris Padilla against James Lontop. I am so utterly impressed by Taco Padilla. Dude literally came in so short notice. This guy Lontop, a lot of people had him as a big favorite. I think he was the biggest favorite of the night with like minus 400. And bro gets submitted in the first round. I had in my notes good submission defense. I don't know where I saw that because he damn near let that choke happen. So obviously overrated. This guy Chris Padilla had to come in, show that he wants this more, and he got it done. I'm impressed. I'm kind of a fan now. I really overlooked this guy. I thought he was just some guy from some other organization, been fighting for a long time. He's gonna come in, get a shot, not really do much with it. Nope. Dude fucking took advantage. So congrats to you, Taco Padilla. Now this fight, I have to apologize. I went for Marnik Man. I don't know what I was thinking. Kaitlyn Souza came out with the round 3 decision win. So they went all 3 rounds, right? Man probably won the last round. I thought she was just going to be able to control her. That's just my honest. Nah, I'm just going to say that. I thought Man was going to be able to control her. Didn't think that she was going to try to strike with Kaitlyn Souza, but apparently she thinks she can strike, so she lost. Let's just move on from that terrible whatever the fuck that was. Now, Dantel Mays against Kyle Machado. Another decision win. And this goes to Dantel Mays. Is this where... Yeah, so I was going to say, is this where my losing streak started? It's been started. This was not a hot night for me. Thought he was gonna get the sub. I thought he was gonna be able to control Dantel Mays on the ground. I thought he was gonna want to wrestle more. No, he wanted to strike. He wanted to knock out Mays, and they were just both tagging each other. The whole story of the fight was who's gonna throw first. Mays wanted to throw more. Machado tried coming back at the third round, but Dantel had the first 2, so it is what it is. You decide to turn it up in the third round when you obviously are losing the fight. Whatever. Guess you just think only the third round is important. That's fine. You lost. Austin Hubbard against Michael Figlak. Figlak got absolutely robbed here. Just gonna say that. Absolutely robbed. I don't know what the judges were seeing, but I don't have. I felt like it was a very clear decision win for Figlak. And like that's really all I have to say. I was so confused at that decision. I don't know what they saw. I don't even think it was that close. Yeah, Hubbard was getting strikes in there. Obviously, he was getting punches and kicks and shit and whatever. But it just shows what they value in UFC right now, and I'm not liking it, but it's whatever. Victor Henry against Ronnie Yaya. My bad. Ronnie Yaya should not be fighting anymore. He's too old. He's balding. He has grays. He looks like he doesn't want to be in there. That's just the truth. He doesn't look like he wants to be in there. I felt so bad. It looked like an old man getting beat up. And Victor Henry's not even that young. He's old too. He's old too. It was a round 3 KO/TKO. Victor Henry just kind of demolished Ronnie throughout all 3 rounds. So, NPC fighter, he showed a little bit of personality in his post-fight speech, but yeah, just exactly what people thought was going to happen. Just an old dude beating up an even older guy. So, yeah. Next fight, Tim Means against Uros Medic. Another one I have to apologize for. I thought the old man was going to get it. And he got fucking storched by that left. Or, no, I was going to say left hook. It was a left uppercut. Had a little curvage to it, so thought it was a hook at first, but it was an uppercut. Oh, insane. Medic, like, jeez, dude. Let's look at his resume real quick. He lost to Orlum Maidembeki, let's just say that, to submission. So obvious, we know what Maidembek or whatever, we know what he's gonna try to do. He beat the Jedi Semmelsberger, Omamra. So let's give Medic a fucking test and not someone that's gonna just drag him to the ground. Let's really test him out here. Yeah. Yeah, if Jim Miller keeps fighting, how about we give Jim Miller Uros Medic? Huh? No, I'm just kidding. Wrong weight class. Yeah, that's we're just gonna act like I didn't say that, guys. Yeah, moving on, because that's awkward. David Onama, Jonathan Pierce. Onama comes out with a decision win. Yeah, great fight, scrap. It's exactly what we thought was gonna happen. This, as I'm reviewing this card, this really was a terrible, terrible fight night. Like, I'm glad that we'll get to the main event, but right after 300, this is a little rough. It's a little rough. But great performance by Onama. Showed his skills, showed his endurance in there. This fight was actually pretty good. Pretty cool fight. Insane knockout. Jonathan Denise against Austin Lane. Round 2 knockout for Denise. Austin Lane was able to control Denise early in the first round, keep him on the ground. Looked like that was going to be the story of the fight. Denise was able to just stay in there because Austin Lane was able to mount him. Looked pretty bad till the round ended. Round 2 starts. Denise just starts loading up on his shots, connecting 1, 2, left hand, right hand. You guys probably saw the fight. That's why you're watching this. You know what happened. Insane power. Crumbled Austin Lane. Austin Lane really needs to work on something. But yeah. Next fight. Again, sorry guys, I'm sick, but I'm doing this for y'all because no breaks. Karine Silva against Ariane Lipski. This went to a decision. I thought Karine was going to be able to wrap up one of the submissions. Glad she won. Very dominant win from Karine Silva. Ariane Lipski is apparently now Ariana de Silva. That's what we learned during that fight. Couldn't wrap up the submissions. Couldn't finish her on the ground, but just looked absolutely dominant. Time for Karine Silva to really go up these rankings. I'm actually going to look up so let's look at these rankings for her size. I would say let's give her Amanda Ribas. Fuck it. If Amanda Ribas doesn't have a fight, give her Amanda Ribas. I would love to see that. Or Natalia Silva. One of those two. One of those two girls. That would be a great fight. I don't think she pops into that top 5 fighting range yet. But definitely Natalia Silva, Amanda Ribas, that would be a great fight for her next, I think. But really just showed the different levels. She's definitely future champ worthy in my opinion. If she continues to get better, she can be a real problem. Real fucking problem, dude. Now Ryan Spann against the Eastern European Anthony Smith, aka Bogdan Guskov. Bogdan with knocked the fuck out of Ryan Spann. I just was not expecting this. Hands down, chin of a god. Skeletor gets another KO. I got clipped so many times, but just Ryan Spann apparently doesn't have a chin anymore. He cuts. He's so big for that weight class, and he still just gets fucked up. I don't know. This one really upset me. I didn't think Bogdan was gonna win, but it was a great fight from him. Really funny, good. He kind of won me back over with his post fight speech, just because he seemed like a cool guy, but just hands down not protecting himself, and he will come out with the win because of his hands and his chin. So I don't fucking. He's advancing fast in these rankings, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with him. And then the main event. Just made a video on these guys, but Alex Perez, holy fuck, knocking the fuck out of Matheus Nicolau. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. That's what it's about. That's what you have to do, Perez. And I love you too. I know all of y'all heard that. He said, Noah, I love you. I know he's talking about his son. I'm your son too. I love you too. Dude, that KO made my day. Made my day. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy he fraud checked that boy, Matheus Nicolau. Most boring fighter in the UFC. Okay, how are you a flyweight and you don't throw? How are you a flyweight and you expect to be a counterpuncher power artist? Get out. Get out of the UFC, you fuck. No, I'm not that mad at Matheus for being boring, but I'm very happy that Perez got that KO. He very much saved my picks in a way. They were going so south, and he saved me. This was great performance. The first round was literally they were just filling themselves out for the first 4 minutes until Alex Perez was like, okay, I'm gonna throw a 6 punch combo. Boom, 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 boom. Hits him. Throws a calf kick. Boom, boom, boom. Same thing again. Round ends. Wins the round. Second round just comes out with steam. They realize, okay, we both kind of messed each other up. We need to throw something now. They start going at it. Nikolai could not take that pressure, dog. Couldn't take that pressure. Perez put that pressure on, and Team Oyama came out with that win. Oh, man. Great fight for Perez. I think if Steve Erceg wins and they don't want to give Pantoja a rematch, Alex Perez might have just sent himself to a title fight. He might have. So we'll see. I remember first time I met Alex Perez, I told him, I was like, get that title, dog. Get that title. This was after he lost to Figueiredo, but I was like, I see something. Get that title, dude. So maybe he'll have that chance again. Who knows, man? Who fucking knows? But he had a killer ass knockout. Looked just like the Topuria one. But anyway, that's my reaction to this. Let's just give Alex Perez the flowers, because holy shit. I'm tripping over that. Anyway, like and subscribe. Thank you guys. Alex Perez is a beast.